Hey, good morning. It's Dr. Bob Flower with Monday, March 4th, Master Pattern Report. Okay, so let's look. Last week we had made some very cursory remarks about silver and oil, and we did hit on both of them. Although the silver move was not as prominent as we were looking for, it was about 1%. But oil took a good hit on Friday. Silver was on Thursday, um, and we're looking at some moves over the next 7 days here. Uh, Either today or tomorrow, we're looking for a move with silver and gold. I'm sorry, oil. We're looking for another move with oil on the 8th. Um, that's Friday, and then gold and maybe silver again on the 12th, March 12th. That's next week from tomorrow, is Tuesday. And relative to we see gold and silver bottoming out at this point, temporarily anyway. We think it'll make a bounce here over the next maybe week or two, probably about 2 weeks, and then another withdrawal. So keep your eyes open. We see some big hits coming in the market around the 25th, 26th. We'll have more for you on that as we get closer to those dates. Okay, and the there's a lot of nervousness, of course, as we all know, and it has not it's not the sequester. It's more about the divisiveness that's going on, the weakness in the markets throughout the world, and this attempted transition of wealth from America and what's left of Europe to the third world countries. And for those of you who don't believe in conspiracy theories, I suggest that you adapt and change your mind real quick, because it's come to my attention that there have been and there is just tremendous acquisitions of various assets in these third world countries. Brazil, I mean, there's more big money down there than you can shake a stick at. The same thing with your Indochina area there, Thailand, and Malaysia and whatnot. It just tremendous amounts of funds and resources going into those areas. So this whole transition thing that's going on is wealth building for those areas. So if you think that the big bad American corporations are really bad, then you better be thinking in a little different. Not that they're not, but you better be looking in another area as to what's going on and how is it impacting your daily life, because you certainly are losing your purchasing power, and you're losing your ability to fight any sort of injustices that, especially economic injustices that are going on. The fees, the assessments of governments, uh, local governments, county governments, state, and of course federal governments are just horrendous. They are growing on a daily basis, and it's just hurting people more and more. And it seems insidious. 1% here, 2% there, uh, and before you know it, I mean you're down 10% of your income, 10% more of your income. So don't buy into this, the rich and the poor, because they're raping everybody. The whole there's no um, there's no exceptions when there's economic moves such as what's going on now in the world. If the idea is to transfer, which it is, to transfer wealth from the wealthiest country in the world, America, to other areas, they're not just going to hurt the rich. In fact, the people that are going to get hurt the most are the low and middle income people, right? So I think it's about time that people start recognizing this and come together, rich and poor, to stop these conspiracies, these processes, and for this wealth transference, and they do it not only by these taxations and of different levels and different sorts, but by moving monies and jobs and whatnot into these other areas. Okay, so a word to the wise: if you don't speak up, you die, and you die a horrible death, because you lose what you have, and the ability to gain is lost. All right. Now, talking about overseas, let me just say this: I am very, very bullish on Norway. I've been doing a lot of research, and I think what we're about to do is we want to purchase an ETF called NORW, and it's sort of like a well, it's an ETF, but it invests in Norwegian oil, Norwegian banking and finance, and Norway is a very, very wealthy country. They had a growth rate last year of, or I think it was 2011. They don't have it this year yet, of 120%. United States lost 24%. So while Brazil had 300%, it's still, Norway has this consistency. Of course, they're very oil rich now, as they have been for the past 4 years, and that helps a lot. A very, very stable political system there. Very high taxes, but it's a good, stable economy right now. And the krone, what we're looking to do is do a currency trade. We own krone, but we're thinking about doing a long krone and short Japanese yen. So you may want to look into that and see if that fits. But there is a this ETF NORW. Look into it. And it ranges somewhere between $15 to $20 somewhere in there. And it's a longer term investment. I mean, a year or 2 years. But if you need a place and you're concerned about what's going on here and not that confident, and you like to look elsewhere for growth, the Norwegian economy is a good bet. Now, that being said, as we said before, I am also looking into, and I think I'm ready to make a commitment in some offshore investments, especially in investment properties, vacation homes, type of thing. And the two areas so far, well, there's actually three. And let me give them in the order that I like them. Panama, Costa Rica, and Uruguay. Right. I really like those three areas. I think that there's tremendous value in Uruguay, and it's a really international community now. It's real, especially in Montevideo, the coastal capital there. I mean, moderate income people can live very, very comfortably there, and you can invest. You can buy properties in any of these places for under $100,000. I'm talking about good quality locations and nice properties, and of course derive some good rental value from them, as well as possible use. But Panama is one of the top places for population satisfaction. All right, they're one of the two tops in the world, in fact. Uh, they are going through, the canal is going through an expansion, so there is tremendous amount of Asian money going into Panama. I would say that as an analogy, like as a baseball game, Panama is like in the fourth or fifth inning, okay? But that's okay. There's still room for growth there. There's still chances to make a lot of money down there, and it's very safe haven. Their dollar bolivar, I believe it is on par with they use actually American dollars. Okay, so and they have a safe banking system. They have a wonderful social system there, where you buy into it, and you get all sorts of discounts on medicine, doctors, hospitals, transportation, restaurants, all sorts of things. I mean, I'm talking about good discounts, anywhere from 10 to 50% in some areas. Costa Rica is a very, and the expatriate population there is very big, especially in areas Bogota and David, those two locations. The Costa Rica has always been popular and has a very large expatriate population, and in certain areas you can do very well there. So don't leave out Costa Rica in your research. And again, Uruguay, just very impressed with what's going on there, and it's a good mix of international community. Okay, so and I think that investing at this point in time in any one of those will pay dividends in relatively short period of time. 4, 5, 6 years. Right? So that's our master pattern report. Tomorrow we're going to do our achievement forum. We hope you have a good week, and kind of hang loose. Don't let the pressure get to you too much. Right? Have a good one.